The cover story for May is an interview with Minda Duttler, writer, advocate, and the first female wheelchair athlete Ironman triumphant finisher. Also included in this annual mobility-themed issue are topics ranging from equine therapy to public transportation. Sign up to receive this and every issue for free at epmagazine.com.
Oscar Mike Radio is a proud podcast partner of REITs Across America Radio, heard every Thursday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're also big supporters of the nonprofit I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. And with every wreath you sponsor through Oscar Mike Radio, $5 goes back to this great organization dedicated to making a difference in the lives of veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders battling PTSD. Two Lives at Once pairs these brave men and women together with dogs rescued from kill shelters. In this way, two lives are saved at the same time by saving each other. Donate now. Go to reatsacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio to help. That's reatsacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio.
Suicide is preventable, and each of us has a role to play in suicide prevention.
Suicide is complex. There is no single cause.
And it's not always a mental health issue. It could be loss of a job or home, financial or relationship issues, pain, or leaving the military.
Suicide does not discriminate. It affects all ages, races, and genders, veterans or not.
If you know a veteran who is struggling, connect with them. Let them know help is available.
There is quick and easy access to services in times of crisis.
Dial 988, then press 1. Talking about it is okay.
Don't keep it inside. Don't be ashamed. Don't wait. Reach out.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Hello and welcome again to Oscar Mike Radio. My name is Travis, Marine Corps veteran and your host. Oscar Mike Radio is part of the Hoobazoo Network. You can find out more on hoobazoo.com. I want to thank my sponsors, Joyce Asack of Asack Real Estate, Army National Guard veteran Mark Holmes of Reapers Detailing and Power Washing, and my supporters, I just love them all, Caisson Shaving Company, Exceptional Parent Magazine, and Black Cat Designs. This is number 399, folks. That's right, 399. The odometer's getting ready to turn, and it's like you go from 999,000 to 100,000, but it's actually the one before, the mile before that you're like most jazzed up about. And it's been a great ride. And this show really encompasses the Oscar Mike Radio experience. You're out there meeting people, doing stuff, things happen, and now we're doing this. So I am pleased to introduce my next guest, U.S. Air Force veteran. They call him Jersey Joe from Patriots Helping Our Veterans. Joe, welcome to Oscar Mike Radio, man. It's glad to have you for number 399.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all.
Thanks, Travis.
It's happened before, and you're not the first person to do that, by the way. The last person that did it was on C-SPAN on national TV. So you're in good company, Joe. It's all good. It's all good. But yes, my name is Travis. The show's Oscar Mike Radio. It's number 399. And let's set the stage here. Folks, I got to go to the Harvest Cup in 2023 with the organization that I support. I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. And the Harvest Cup is New England's largest cannabis business festival, convention, whatever you have, at the Worcester DCU Center. And I was like a duck out of water. I didn't know what I was doing. And we were in the nonprofit section. And by the way, the Harvest Cup people were just great to us.
They are amazing people. They really are.
Fantastic. Just everything was set. We had no problems. Is great. And we set up our thing, and we're definitely not used to this, but there was this group by us called Patriots Helping Our Veterans. And, got to meet, Tom and all the crew, and you, Joe, and you guys just put your arms around us and said, hey, we're here for you. Let's make this work. Let's do something together, which is how a lot of Oscar Mike Radio works. So it's really interesting, talking with you about cannabis helping veterans. I shared my perspective on it, how I've seen it help veterans. So we're going to have some fun, teach people some stuff, hopefully, and just keep the relationship going. But before we get into all that good stuff, and it's all good, all of it's good, tell us about your Air Force career, if you can, and transition out of the military, please, Joe.
Yeah, I was in the Air Force. I worked the flight line. I was in ground support. Deployed. I supported Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. Separating from the military, you go from 0 to 100 and then back down to 0. So nobody really kind of prepares you. There's not really the support out there that you think there might be. You're kind of left to just figure it out into your own devices. And some transitions are a little easier than others. Everybody's got a bit of a different experience transitioning out of the military and what their military experience was to them. So I found myself transitioning out and struggling with it, really, to be quite honest with you. It was a tough transition for me.
In what way? Because it is. You go from 0 to 100, and then, man, the stop is abrupt, like sudden hitting the wall. And
Totally, it is. And you're just like, all right, now what do I do with all this free time? I guess I got to get a job. I guess I got to work. I guess I got to function and interact with people. It's nobody prepares you for it, really. It's just kind of like they throw you out there and you just figure it out.
Let me ask you something. One thing for me that I tell people is, in the Marine Corps, in the military, I mean, we slept, ate, shat, did everything together, played together after work, the whole 9 yards, everything.
You basically trauma bond with your battle buddies, man.
This is the weekend. This is my time with my family. I don't really want to talk to you. I'll see you Monday morning. Did you ever come across that?
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. Every day it seemed like getting out was a little bit more of a struggle. Some things were getting easier, some things were getting tougher. I found myself isolating a lot, having a tough time engaging with other people and building like meaningful relationships. And it was just a struggle for me for some reason. It was I felt better by myself. I really isolated a lot.
Yeah. So where did cannabis come into this? Because from the Marine Corps, that was a surefire express ticket out of the Marine Corps if you got popped.
Oh yeah, 100%. Same way in the Air Force, right? There was zero tolerance. For me, it didn't really come until later. I mean, I've been separated for 15 plus years now, or whatever it's been. And I just found myself in this cycle of just isolation, and then everything seemed to be good on the outside. I'm going to work, I'm holding a job, I am in a relationship, I end up getting married, end up having kids, and then I don't know, one day I just had that little come to Jesus moment with myself, and I'm cycling off things from the VA and medications, and I just wasn't myself anymore. And I just I don't know, I was just so calloused and so numb, and I don't know, I had that come to Jesus moment. I just needed to do something different. And actually, a friend of mine, he was like, why don't you just try smoking a little pot? That seems to mellow you out. And so I did. And I just, I jumped in full bore and never looked back. I just cold turkey quit all my medication. I was probably miserable for the first month. It was really bad the first 2 weeks. Don't recommend just cold turkey quitting anything. And then I found myself just drenched in trying to learn more about how I could, medicinally benefit from this plant. And it's not, on a recreational sense, but on that real true, medicinal healing uh, sense. I don't know how else to describe it.
We talked about this, at the Harvest Cup. You and I did. I said, hey, look, man, I don't smoke marijuana. I never have, but I did volunteer at a place where, I'd watch guys. I told you this, with a duffel bag full of meds.
Yeah, yeah.
The amount of meds they had to take every day of the week was astonishing. And he's like, man, I'm taking 6 meds to counteract one, and if I and he's like, so he tried, marijuana as a
Mm-hmm.
to heal, just to see what would happen. And he said within so he didn't do what you did. He took him 6 months to fully get off his meds. I saw him a year later, and Joe, he was like a different person.
I'm telling you, it's changed my life. I mean, I really just never looked back. I just knew that I needed to do something drastic and needed to change. So I started down that journey, and it really I'm the type of person to do a lot of research. So research is like something that I like doing. It's a bit of a self-isolation thing, but I enjoy doing it by myself. So I just went down that route, and that's actually how I found Patriots Helping Vets, just out of the sheer research portion of it. And scrolling Facebook, and I'm finding these cannabis groups, and I'm finding these communities that I didn't know existed, and I'm finding all these other veterans that have life experiences like me. And then I'm starting to interact with them. I'm starting to feel more comfortable, and it was really just bringing me back to this sense of family. And it was just this unwritten thing between us. It's we all speak the same language. We may not have all done the same things, but we all have a lot of similarities, and it goes branch to branch. As much as we like to, bust on each other and give each other a hard time, it's still our brothers and sisters.
Well, I think that's the one thing that I took out of that Harvest Cup weekend, and then being with you all was, one, the sense of community, and then two, this desire to, help veterans understand that, hey, this is, you can, partake of marijuana, absolutely, but if you do it this way with the support group, you'll really improve your life. Where did that aspect
Totally.
of your, so Patriots Helping Your Veterans is that community, why did you all structure yourselves that way?
So, Tom had just a vision. He's our founder. He had a vision, and it was real simple. He found the same healing benefits from the plant. He just wanted to share what he knew, and he wanted to share it with other veterans, and he wanted to help other veterans. And that's what he's been committed to from the start. I mean, that's what he's done. And that's why I gravitated towards him and the group, and found myself, as a member of a Facebook group, to an admin and a moderator, and then which is big deal in the Facebook group. And now we're forming an organization, and we have a board of directors, and we're, forming this nonprofit, and it's really just accelerating. And it's the more we accelerate, the more we help, the more we veterans we touch, and we just see so much veteran to veteran healing too that happens. It's so infectious, and there's healing in that, just helping another veteran, and letting the next guy or gal know what and how it's benefited you, and guiding them, and helping them find resources, and supporting them in their journey. Really, it's from, we always joke, it's from seed to harvest, and it really is. And it's really seed consumption, and teaching another veteran how to become self-sustainable. Not every state's legal, and we really do promote home grow, because we feel that veterans should have access to their medication. They should be able to grow their medication. There's therapeutic benefits from putting your hands in the dirt. And, just all of us getting together and getting outside of our comfort zone, and, reintegrating back with the community. And it's just really, really powerful, and it's moving.
So what is that? This is the thing I have a trouble with, Joe. And this is just from my view, and I do not consume marijuana, never have, but here's my thing with it, right, is the same doctor, whether VA or otherwise, who will give you Percocet, OxyContin, lithium,
100%.
all that, and those are good, right? And even though it's proven that these can have very bad long-term effects on your health, but that's a good thing. We'll do that. But a seed planted in the ground from a plant that's been around for, thousands of years, that's bad.
It's I say this the scenario to anybody. Anything in excess is bad for you. You can drink too much water and die, right? So even good things for you are bad for you. And it's, they claim that all this man-made medicine is good for you and the chemicals, but I'm telling you, I've been on more antidepressants and mood stabilizers and this and that. And they all just, you're trading one side effect for the next. And the most consistent thing I found has been this plant, and it's organic. I know how it's grown. I know it's a plant, and when you use it right, you use it truly for medicinal purposes, you'll find the benefit. It's anxiety reducing. You've heard them all, it's like, I'm not going to reiterate all of them because everybody's heard them all, but it's really just chasing down what works for you. And it's a very unique experience for everybody. We tell all the veterans that it's, one strain doesn't affect me the same way it affects you. There's, different things like terpene profiles that you want to pay attention to. And, this terpene profile may work for me, or I find that these strains with these
hold on.
terpene
I'm a
profiles.
total noob here.
Yeah.
What is terpene? I don't know. What's terpene?
Yeah. Okay, so terpenes, like everything has terpenes. Everything that we eat, the flavors that we have, they all have terpenes. And I'm by no means not any expert in this, but they all affect you differently. Like, lavender's got that relaxing, sedative style effect, and then there's anxiety reducing and anti-inflammatory. There's just all kinds of things, cancer fighting properties, and in the plant as well.
Nice. So I'm a veteran, and it's the Patriots Helping Our Veteran. I'll have the link to their website and social media outlets in the Oscar Mike Radio show post. So it's Patriots Helping Our Veterans. And let's just say that I'm a veteran who wants to go down this road, but is not sure where to start. And, I reach out to you all. What happens when a veteran reaches out to you all to get started on this journey, Joe?
Typically, honestly, we do really well face to face. We'll probably ask to see what your availability is, see if you can do a video chat with us, and just try to get an understanding of maybe some of the things you're dealing with, or some things you're looking for help for, so we can either assess really what your needs are, or figure out who we can link you up with in our community. We have a lot of people just in our community in no official capacity that just help. So we have a lot of resources. There's a lot of veterans with a lot of different backgrounds. It's, therapists, just everything. I mean, if you need help growing, you're in a legal state and you need help growing, we have all kinds of people with all different varying experiences to help support that. If it's not necessarily medical advice, because we don't ever promote. We're not medical professionals. We don't promote that we are. We're just peer-to-peers trying to help each other, and that's really what it is. And trying to support you and what you are trying to achieve for yourself. So
you come into this family community, and one thing I will say that I did observe from the Harvest Cup is it's a community. Like you talk to people that you've known for years. Everybody knows everybody else. It's a really interesting, culture. So we get the veteran into your program. They start growing their own grow, or, providing their own medicine. What are you looking for as they go through this journey to see that they're doing all right?
Just that they're, honestly, how engaged they are with it. If they seem like they're still a little self-isolating, if they still like they need support. Obviously we would love to not hear and see from them for a little while, because it's usually it means that they're doing really well. They're getting busy in life, and they're getting active, and they're engaging with their families, and they're doing all those positive things. And you'll see them. You'll be posting stuff. I'm going on here. I'm going there. I'm doing this weekend with my kids, or all that good stuff. So those are the things we look for. Just if it's positively impacting them, or if they still need some sort of support, or can we guide them in a direction that is maybe beyond our support? How can we it's all about just helping each other. It's real grassroots. There's no secret sauce. Everybody's there because they just want to help. They just want to heal.
So tell me, I met Tom Rand at the Harvest Cup, and, we talk each other off and on, since then. Marine Corps veteran, gung-ho, just a really engaging character to talk with. and really believes in what he's doing and what it's done for him. What's it been like, going from, kind of being by yourself and, to your point, self-isolating to being part of an organization, family, because I mean, he's got the whole family involved in what he's doing now. It must be almost like a rebirth.
It really is, and it's motivating every day. To be honest with you, I feel like I step outside my comfort zone quite a bit. That at the Harvest Cup, I guest hosted the Belushi after party Sensei magazine thing. I'm up there guest emceeing. That was way outside of my comfort zone. Honestly, this interview is outside of my comfort zone. It's just it's not my thing to do, but every day I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. I'm getting more involved with the community. I'm just trying to stay engaged, and it's really it's powerful, and just it's really moving is when you can help another veteran. We always say just help one more, and that's what we do every day, and we live by it.
Well, very cool. And just to let you know, you're doing great so far. It's like you're a pro, so you've got nothing to worry about. You're doing fantastic. Um, you come through every year as an organization and try to figure out, where you are and what you're going to do next. What do you see for 2024 and say 2025 as the overall goals for Patriots Helping Our Veterans?
So we're really focusing this year on just growth, right? So we've started from nothing in the basement of Tom to now we're this organization, and so we're reaching out for help. We're reaching out to other organizations. We're partnering with organizations like yourself. Just the exposure is good, for us. Let other veterans know that we're here. We're here to help. You just never know who we're going to meet along the way, to be quite honest with you. But for this year, we're really looking to strengthen some of our current partnerships, and we're looking to engage a couple larger partners that we're hopefully in the works of talking to that'll hopefully bring us to that next level of funding and that next level of help. And that's really what we're focusing on this year and going into next year is just strengthening the relationships we have and maybe partner with a couple of key partners.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but I know that there is a potential, well, not potential. I mean, I think there's a partnership developing from a provider right near where I live here in Massachusetts. So I'm very excited about that, but I won't let that out of the bag at this time. And for me, Joe, I mean, I'd rather have someone reach out to me on Facebook or email saying, hey, I feel this way or whatever. I'm interested in cannabis, and be able to tell them, hey, go to Patriots Helping Our Veterans. These are all veterans of different services who've, done their journey and do that. Then tell them,
really,
hey, I don't know.
It's really moving when people like enter the group and stuff, because just it's almost off-putting because everybody just wants to help you. So it's a little overwhelming when you come in at first because you're just not used to the generosity of people and somebody giving you something and expecting nothing back, and somebody helping you and spending their time with you and just wanting nothing in return. And just you put a post up, and next thing you know, you got 30 people just engaged with you and they just want to help you. And it almost takes you back for a minute, and it's like, all right, what's the catch? What do they want? What does this guy want? Somebody trying to get me, and you just have this wall up the whole time. But everybody just wants to help. I just say that nobody's judged when they come in. Everybody comes from different reasons. There's separations for different reasons. Not everybody in our group is honorably discharged and well decorated. You have people that have been through some things, and maybe they weren't separated on the best terms. They were separated related to drug charges. We don't want that to ever deter somebody. If you are a veteran and you serve, you're welcome in the group. And that's really how we feel about it.
Well, I mean, I got that sense from you all talking with you all at the Harvest Cup, and when these relationships came up, that there's that feeling that, hey, this group is here for the right person. But what's it like though when that person comes in? It might be overwhelming at first, and then they start their healing journey. And the only reason I ask is people can get used to feeling bad. I can tell you personally,
there's comfort in feeling bad sometimes.
Right. You get used to it, and it becomes what and that becomes comfortable. And so it can be really weird, Joe, to feel good for the first time in a long time. What's it do to you when you watch somebody like, hey man, I'm Joe, I'm actually feeling good today. What's that do to you?
I'm telling you, it just motivates me all over again because it's just like, I feel like in my heart of hearts, I'm doing the right things for the right reasons. And, but it's very validating and it's very rewarding and motivating. It just makes you want to continue to help, continue to drive. And we see it all the time. We see just the generosity and the kindness of others rampant. And it's just amazing. It really is.
Now, in terms of geographic location, are you all primarily East Coast, or are you going
Oh,
nationwide? What's the footprint so far?
yeah, so we're really it started in Massachusetts. We're everywhere. I'm in New Jersey. We have another board members in Florida, another board member in Arkansas, one in Virginia. We have members in California, Alaska, all over the Midwest, peppered throughout the US. There's no limits to it.
Nice, nice. So there's help somewhere if you just reach out for it.
That's it, man. There's always help somewhere, and more than likely, we got somebody in the group that's in your state that could even help you on the local level. And we're looking to grow that. Obviously, we're always looking to bring veterans in, and we want them to be a part of the organization. We want them to help them along on their journey, and we want to support them in any way we can.
So you're watching this as a veteran or even a civilian who, and that's the thing I kind of wanted to clarify. Some orgs are very like veteran only, and I get that, but do you accept civilians that want to help you all out with your
Oh
mission?
yeah, totally. Yeah, anybody that's on board with the mission. If it wasn't for the Patriots, we probably wouldn't have Patriots Helping Vets, right? So the Patriots have been amazing. I can't say enough good things about some of our Patriots in our group. So yeah,
Fantastic.
absolutely. Civilians is welcome as well.
So, I'll have the links in the Oscar Mike Radio show post, but how can people, reach out to you? What's the best way? Is it through the website? Is it through social media? What would you tell people?
I'd say Zuckerberg he likes shutting us down from time to time because we're cannabis based and he's not always cannabis friendly. So we get blocks and bans and warnings and things that we post because it's got a pot leaf on it and it's like, okay, it's a leaf. Let's get over it. But so I would say the best way to reach out to us is through our website. We have a contact us. We'll get you, or you can find us on Facebook, social media. We're on Instagram as well. We have like a little YouTube channel that we're slowly building with some helpful videos and stuff. So any of those ways.
Awesome, awesome, man. Well, again, I will have those links in the website post for this episode and in all the podcast posts. So if you need to reach out, you can. And I like this aspect where it's Patriots helping veterans. And, sometimes there's nothing more patriotic than going outside the norm. And, I got to tell you what, Joe, I go back to, I grew up in the church, read the Bible, and Genesis says, God created every, herb bearing plant and seed bearing tree, right? So, I mean, this is something that God created, when the earth came into existence. It's there for a reason. Why not? Why shouldn't we be using hemp to make lives better?
It blows my mind, honestly. It blows my mind that we've gotten here as a society to the point of where shunning a plant, to your point, it's a God-bearing plant. And I don't feel bad about putting something organic in my body. I really don't. I feel I sleep quite well at night doing it, actually.
Plant bad, pill good. I don't know. I'd go with the plant if I needed. And I wanted to show you this. Remember this?
Yes, that's awesome.
You gave me this. So
I do.
Funny story about this. I'm like, oh wow, Joe gave me this. This is pretty nice. I can put I put my Shure kit in there for my headphone set. I'm like, this is pretty cool. So I show it to my son when I get home that night. Like, hey, look at this cute little tray that these Patriots Helping Our Veterans gave me, because I gave him the hoodie I got from you. He's like, Dad, that's not that's not a tray, Dad.
They were actually, we did a Green Goddess Invitational where it was a women's golf outing, and it was, to raise money for the women, and they donated a bunch to the female veterans and stuff. So it was really nice, and they all put it together, and they made those trays, I believe, at the event. Hopefully, I'm remembering that correctly. I wasn't there, but I think that's where those trays came from. So they donated them, and we wanted to make sure veterans got them.
Well, I freaking love it, but I didn't. So my son educated me. I mean, it's one of those like, Dad, let me tell you what this is.
Yeah, it's a rolling tray.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you how I know, but I'm like, okay, yeah, I know how you know. So we're good. We're
Send
good.
them our way.
Yeah, we'll do. Absolutely. And it's just, again, this is why, I love doing Oscar Mike Radio. Is I wouldn't have, met you all, or got an idea of what your mission is and the potential relationships that I've been told about that's going to happen if I wasn't doing this. And I'm hoping that there is a veteran out there who maybe is going through whatever they're going through, and pain is real, and pain can really change your
Yeah.
perspective on life. And
It
I
could
hope
be
they reach
mental
out.
pain. It could be
Yeah,
physical pain. It's not always a physical pain. It could be that mental pain, that deep darkness that you're fighting. We're just trying to do our part to reduce that, that statistic, that 22 a day.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to see you hopefully in November of 2024. We're going out there again. We're right by you all. And I just want
Yep,
to
I'll be there.
Yeah, cool. I just want to thank you, again, for last year. You guys were really cool with us, talked with us, and really shared what we were trying to do. And we hope to support you in whatever you all are doing. So
Yeah,
thanks
we
again.
really loved what you guys were doing too, and it was easy support, man. We really appreciate what you guys do for veterans as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, there you have it, folks. Number 399. We roll the odometer, number 400 next week. It's June of 2024 when this drops. This is just the power of veterans coming together, talking to each other, and then the other Americans, the other patriots that want to help us out. The organization so aptly named Patriots Helping Our Veterans. Joe, for your first podcast interview ever, I got to say you crushed it. I mean,
thanks, buddy.
Sometimes I'll get different reactions from people who want to come on these and do these, but you were just smooth the whole way through. So well done. Hope you do it again, and you have an open invitation for you to come back anytime you want.
Thanks, Travis. I really appreciate you having me on. That was great.
Awesome. Awesome. Hey, well, as we say in Oscar Mike Radio, we are mission in flight. We certainly are Oscar Mike with Patriots Helping Our Veterans. Tune in to number 400 next week. Thank you for your support so far, and we will see you next time.
Remember on and teach is our mission. We care about it and we do it every day. But I think there are things that just hit you and give you a reason to go on. The theme for our 2024 for Reach Across America is Live with Purpose. It just seemed to fit in with the vows of the REAP, the 10 attributes that we feel represent our United States military. I thought, what a great opportunity to put those two things together and show our kids through how we act some of the things that can make their lives better, their communities better, and by doing that, the country better. For me, Live with Purpose, I think, it's a mindset. Set some guidelines and then go out and purposefully make life different, make a change. It's an opportunity to set an example.
Thank you for listening and watching Oscar Mike Radio, where our active duty service members and veterans are in action and the mission is in flight. Oscar Mike Radio is an oversized load Co-Sinister One production. If you are a veteran or know a veteran who needs help, please dial 988 and press 1 for the Veterans Crisis Line.